Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode. So, first of all, y'all, I am doing my hair. I'm in the bathroom, so y'all probably gonna hear different sounds, but that's what I'm doing. I just wanted to come on tonight and talk to y'all about observer mode. Really, because this podcast has a lot to do. It started out having a lot to do with healing, and I started getting sidetracked with a lot of things that was going on in my life, and I wanted to share it with y'all and just share examples of how the things that I'm talking about actually happen in my everyday life. That's why I give y'all the story times and I tell y'all what's going on with me, because I'm on my healing journey, and if you are too, then you'll kind of relate to it and understand. Let me shut the door. But yeah, so with observer mode, if you're a black girl, you might be a little bit anxious, you might be on your healing journey and you learning things about yourself, you're doing shadow work or you're doing daily devotional or whatever it is that you do every day, and the thoughts that you have, and you're just seeking healing and you're seeking to kind of get out of generational trauma and just break the cycles, right? So on your healing journey, eventually you will get in observer mode. And what that is it's you starting to see things around you. You're starting to see people and see situations differently. And that's not to say you need to go around saying, well, I'm in observer mode and looking to be in observer mode. That's not what I'm saying. It'll naturally happen. As you start to heal and as you start to learn yourself, you will learn others just naturally and organically. The more you learn about yourself is the more you will start to be able to understand other people and their actions and the reasons why they do the things that they do, if that makes sense. So once you allow yourself to be honest with yourself and begin the actual real healing process, you will start to be in observer mode. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words, y'all. But you will start to realize that you're in observer mode. And what that means is you start to see your mom as a human being. You start to see your dad as a human being. You start to see people as people with their own experiences, with their own trauma that they have had to deal with. You start to see them as someone who has issues. So they're not just your mom. Oh, that's still your mom. Don't disrespect them. That's still your dad. Don't disrespect them. Oh, that's still your sister. That's still your uncle. That's still whoever. You start to see them in the way that they should be seen, as just a person. And that's when you start to decide, if this was anybody else outside, if they did not have the title of my family member on them, would I be accepting from them what I've been accepting from them? And that's why you see people separating from their family and they don't come around anymore. If you had that one family member who separates from the family and they only come around when they come around, or they only call when they want to call or whatever, that's why. Because they have done the healing, they have dug within themselves, and they've tried already. They have already tried to figure it out. They are looking at your family as people. And it's like, if anybody else disrespected me or lied to me or stole from me or lied on me or did whatever this person did, and they wasn't my family member, I would have been said, fuck them. I would have been, stop dealing with them. So when you become an observer, which is really what this is about, you start to realize, how can I word this? When you see things, when you see people, and you see situations happening around you, an observer doesn't interact. So you see what's going on, and you're just taking in the information. You're not letting it affect you. You're not letting it bother you. You're just simply there, like being a student in the classroom. The teacher up there talking and doing what they do, and you just watching. You just watching, listening, and taking in information, and basically just taking notes and gathering what you can. That's what an observer does, because when you interact with it, that's when it starts to affect you personally. The biggest part of us healing in this ascension process is observing the world around you and not taking anything personally. When you get to that level of healing where you start to separate from people and really see shit for what it is, you get in observer mode and you no longer interact with it. You just see it for what it is and keep it moving. Don't force it. You can't force yourself and be like, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to nobody and I'm not going to fuck with nobody if they don't fuck with me. No, you're just going to get to a point where it happens organically. And how you know it's organic is because it's going to be a peaceful transition. You don't want to argue with nobody. You don't want to fight with nobody. You don't want to start nothing. You just want to be at peace. And you're just watching them. You're watching them. So when your family arguing or they get around, you know how they do. They get around each other and get to acting crazy and arguing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't jump up and get in the middle of it. Don't do anything. Just observe. Because as soon as you interact with it, then that gives something the chance to affect you directly. No, we're not doing that no more. We're not getting involved with nothing that doesn't have anything to do with us. But it doesn't always have to be about conflict. Like, you become an observer of everything. You become an observer of what's going on around you as far as just your surroundings. Stuff that's going on with other people. The way that other people interact with each other. When you be quiet and you just listen. I challenge y'all, just be quiet sometimes. And that's not to say in a rude way. That's just to say sometimes just be quiet and just watch. Just watch and pay attention to what's going on around you. Listen to people talk. And when they're talking, and you could just look, you could be doing your work. You could be doing homework. You could be at work. You just hear people talking. Listen to the tones of their voice. Listen to the way they interact with each other. Listen to the way people talk to you. You will naturally, somehow, just something clicks in your brain. And you just naturally just be so in tune with yourself that you start to hear other people around you. And you can put together your own conclusions about them and about what's going on. Because some people, they so busy talking that they miss a whole lot of stuff. And a lot of times, when you don't talk, you will get the answers to the questions that you was going to ask someone. So a lot of times, you be like, oh shit, I need to ask this or I need to ask that. And somebody else might ask the question, or the question will get answered in the process of whatever you're doing or whatever people around you are talking about. I done had questions answered for me in a break room, on lunch, walking down the hallway. I done heard people talking, and I gathered the information from just hearing people talking, walking down the hallway or walking past the room that I'm in the hallway. Just because you're quiet, you're in tune with yourself, and you're observing. Just observe everything around you. You don't always have to talk. You don't always have to be involved in what's going on. You do not have to be involved in shit just to get information from it and to learn from it. So the more you You're on your healing journey. Stay on it. Don't allow things to affect you personally. Just watch and realize the more that you learn yourself and you're honest with yourself, you will understand others around you. So this was a super duper short episode, but I just wanted to get this out and let y'all know. But thank y'all for listening. To my new people, I see y'all. To my new people, I appreciate y'all listening. Don't forget to subscribe on Spotify and on Apple. Turn your notifications on. And I will catch y'all in the very next one.